shop owners, welcome to another action-packed episode of Car Count Daily. My name is Captain Car Count. Some people call me Ron Ipach. Now today I'm going to talk all about collecting the right information from every one of your customers while they're in your shop. Now what do I mean by that? Well, when we're talking about marketing, it's important that we collect all the current information that we have on our customers so that we can continue to market to them. You know, marketing to your current customers, it's like picking the low-hanging fruit. It's the easiest group of people to get back into your shop. So we want to make sure that we collect all the data that we can from our customers while they're sitting right there in our shop. Okay, so obviously what you want to do is get their correct name, okay, and make sure their name is spelled correctly and, have that in your database. But then also we want their mailing address. Everybody's got a place they're living. They're not living in their car, chances are. So we want to make sure that we get their home address so that we can mail something to them. Okay, the next thing on the list is we want to make sure we get their email address. Now we want to make sure that we're getting the right email address, not the email address, the junk email that a lot of people, including me, I have a junk email address that I give to everybody because I don't want them to contact me. We want to make sure that we get their actual email address, the one that they actually do check. It's very important you do that. And then the next thing I want to make sure that you get is the two phone numbers that they have. One is their home phone number. Now, some people don't have home phones anymore. I happen to still have a home phone number, but if they don't have their home phone number, certainly they have a cell phone. You want to make sure that you're collecting that data as well. Because what you're going to be able to do with all this, if you have a home address, you can send them a piece of mail. If you have an email address, the good email address, you can send them an email. If you have their home phone number, not only can you pick up the phone to call them, I call it dialing for dollars, when you're on your slow days to see if you can get some of them to come to your shop, but you can also do something, it's a technology called voice broadcast, where you record a message and it blasts it out to everybody's home phone number and leaves a message just like you would have left a message on their voicemail by calling their home. If you called them one by one, this is different where you just record it one time and it blasts it out to everybody. And then if you get their cell phone number, you can send them a text message. And 99% of text messages get read, and 95% of them get read within the first 5 minutes. So it's a very valuable way to be able to market to them. But none of this is going to work for you if you don't have the accurate data in your database. So here's a suggestion that you start right now, today, with the very next customer that walks through the door, and you start collecting that data. Think of it like when you went to the doctor's office the last time. What they did is they handed you the clipboard and said, "We're updating our records, please fill all of this out." Now you can protest all you want, but they're going to make you fill those forms out every single time you go in. Why? Well, they have insurance forms that they need to fill out, and they got to make sure everything's accurate. You need to market to them. You got to run your business off of this data. So require that they fill out each and every one of those lines, their name, their email address, their phone number, their cell phone number. You want to make sure that you collect all that data so that you can market to them. And just assume that they're going to give you that data and no questions asked. If you just ask for an email address, now there's a dialogue that kind of goes back and forth. If you simply hand them a form that says, we need all this information for our database, for our records, they will go ahead and fill that out. Okay, so make sure that you get that done. And then you also, at the bottom of that form, you want to have like a little disclaimer that by signing below, and you want to make sure they sign it, by signing below, you're allowing Ron's Auto Repair to contact them by mail, by phone, or any other electronic means necessary. Okay, so you want to have that little catch-all, cover your butt legalese on there so that when they sign it, they literally have given you permission to market to them using all of those means. Okay, it all starts with good information if you want to be able to market to your current customers. Your current customers are your best source of income, and we'll cover that on other videos like this, but you got to make sure that you have the data first so that you can market to them in the future. That's all we have time for today. Again, get started on this right now. The very next customer that walks through the door, start requiring that you gather all the information you can on them and update your records. Take care, everybody. I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.